break that. Here we go.
Now, it's time for the Pat Narduzzi Show. Brought to you by GBU Life, providing life insurance, annuities, and community service since 1892. AirPro Heating and Cooling. Call someone you know. Call AirPro. The Pat Narduzzi Show is on the Panther Radio Network.
Live from the Indigo Hotel on Technology Drive next to the campus of the University of Pittsburgh. Welcome to the Pat Narduzzi Show. I'm Pat Bostic with the Chris Bickle 97 head football coach Pat Narduzzi, Larry Richard, celebrating a Marconi Award. Do you know what a Marconi Award is?
I think it's a good award because it's got an Italian name, so I figure it's pretty darn good.
It's the KDKA was named News Talk Station of the Year, so congratulations to SPAC, to PJ Comanchuk, who produces our game broadcast. You know PJ. And congratulations to Larry, awesome. The Big K Morning Show, a big reason why they won that award. Coach, only 3 shows left. Wow. 3 regular season games, 1 more after that with a bowl game. It flies, man.
It flies really fast. It's amazing. Not only is it, 3 to go, it's senior day tomorrow, or Saturday, I should say. Feels like it's tomorrow. But with senior day right around the corner, that's amazing that we're that far along.
Yeah, senior day, we'll talk a little bit more about it next segment, but it has some extra meaning, obviously. It's the last home game of the year. The seniors like Donovan McMillan, who will join the show today, playing their last game in Acrisure Stadium. I mean, what's practice like with that looming over the top? Is it more emotional?
It'll get emotional, I think, Friday night when all their parents are there. It'll get emotional Saturday, at the, before kickoff. But it's not their last game together as a family, and I think that's the important thing. Like, I think, the last one in Boston will be the one that's like, holy cow, like Donovan's not going to be there with us. Ben Sauls is gone. Gavin's gone. Like, holy cow. Kanante Mumfield, some guys that have been around for a long time that have been loyal and it's like your children out there. I mean, it's your guys, and you stay in touch with them forever and ever. But you don't get to coach them on the field anymore.
Quick UVA recap, obviously another tough loss, this time at home. What was your assessment of the attitude this week in practice and the resilience?
Yeah, I think we had a great attitude. Our kids understand. I mean, they were upset on Sunday. I think they watched the tape and they kind of see what we did and didn't do. A lot of self-inflicted wounds on offense. It's hard to win on third down when it's 3rd and 12 or 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 9 and it's just way too many penalties there. And I thought the defense played solid. And I thought special teams-wise we were okay. But we just didn't score enough points. We had opportunities to win the game at the end, as bad as we were at times. Some mysterious things happen out there on the field. Sometimes you can't control them, that you just kind of shake your head. But we had a chance to win the game, and that's what's disappointing.
That said, you're a 7-2 football team with a really big opportunity this week with the 20th ranked Clemson Tigers coming to town. I mean, they've been the measuring stick in the ACC now for a really long time. Do you look at it that way? Like, this is an opportunity to see how we stack up?
No question about it. Since I've been at Pitt, we're 2-2 against them, so it's an opportunity to be 3-2. Our kids believe we can go out and get a W this weekend, and to me, it starts with belief, and our guys do believe that. I think Donovan can, kind of respond on that as well. But I think, it does mean a lot. They're the measuring stick. I think they're a top 20 team right now in the college football thing. I think something 20th. Like that, 20th. And it's an opportunity to knock one of those out and get back in those rankings.
Coach Dabo Swinney obviously he's done it differently the last couple of years. I look at my depth chart, and there's not one transfer on the depth chart. There's a lot of freshmen. I mean, how impressive is that? Obviously, they get a high-quality player at Clemson, but it's got to be hard to do it without transfers when you see 17 on offense and 16 on defense at SMU 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, different programs got different things, but they're recruiting at a high level. ACC kid, they've been doing it for a while. They've had NIL for a long time. Way before it became legal, I think. They got good players. They don't need transfers. I mean, people bash him for that. I think it's admirable that that he can do it the way he's done it. He's not only does he get good high school players, he coaches them up, he teaches them, he develops them, and then he keeps them. So he's not losing a whole lot that he doesn't want to lose.
We're going to dive into Senior Day with Coach Narduzzi. Much more to talk about on the Pat Narduzzi Show. You're listening to Sports Radio 93.7 The Fan and the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Hey, Pitt fans, as the official credit union of the Pitt Panthers, Clearview Federal Credit Union is here to help you reach all your financial goals. Clearview wants to help you score big financially, whether you need to save, spend, borrow, or learn, they're here to help. Get easy access to your money from anywhere using their digital banking featuring Zelle, Clearview Live Video Banking, over 80,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, and financial centers throughout the Pittsburgh area. Visit clearviewfcu.org/Panthers to learn more and open an account today. Hail to Pitt.
Hey Pittsburgh, it's Cam Hayward. I know firsthand that an illness such as cancer can strike at any time, even when you're at the top of your game. If you are healthy and life is going your way now, this is the best time to get life insurance. You can get a policy with GBU Life that's affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their guaranteed purchase option rider. Get started protecting the life you're building today at gbu.org.
GBU Life is the marketing name for GBU Financial Life, Pittsburgh, PA. Life insurance underwritten by GBU. This is a paid endorsement. Coverage is subject to approval and may not be available in all states.
Icy Light is the official beer of getting up early. It's the official beer of rallying the troops. The official beer of turning a 3-hour game into an all-day affair. The official beer of, did you just see that? The official beer of rising and cheering in unison for every season-defining moment. Icy Light, the official beer of your Pittsburgh Panthers. Let's raise another.
Whether it's on the court, field, or pitch, the Panthers can handle anything thrown their way. It just goes to show that being adaptable and preparing a solid strategy pays off. That's why PNC is proud to support University of Pittsburgh athletics and their dedication to smart, tested tactics. Because just like any big game, when it comes to your finances, there's a lot on the line, and having a dependable team allows you to make the plays you need to reach your goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865, member FDIC.
Play in the field is under further review.
Making the right call requires speed and accuracy.
I've got your result right here, Mrs. Johnson.
Siemens Healthineers provides laboratories with fast and accurate test results when and where they're needed. From the world's largest hospital systems to care centers here in the Berg and across Western Pennsylvania, Siemens Healthineers helps labs tackle the toughest challenges.
Man, do I love picking up my winnings from MacBid. Oh yeah, I see you, TV guy. You too, Drill Man. I'll get you yet.
Making friends?
They just happen to be here for pickup when I am. You'll see, honey, I'm gonna outbid those guys so bad.
Oh, I know you will.
And my biggest rival, Turntable Lady.
Yeah, thanks for picking that up. You put it in the trunk, right?
It's a MacBid auction-packed summer. I'm sleeping with the enemy.
Not with that attitude, you're not.
Now bidding.
At mac.bid and on the free app.
Back to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Shotgun snap, Calandria under pressure. Intercepted at the 32-yard line. And the Panthers have it inside the 25. Kyle Lewis. And he has 4 interceptions on the year to easily lead the Panthers in that department.
Welcome back to the Pat Narduzzi Show, live from Hotel Indigo. Kyle Lewis with his 4th interception of the year. He's not a senior, though. He could be coming back for the Panthers, and he's playing at a high level, Coach. I mean, 4 interceptions for a linebacker. Haven't seen that in a long time.
I don't know if I've seen 4 for all the linebackers that play during the season. I think that's high for the entire linebacker group to have a 4. I know I'd never coached a linebacker to have 4. So Coach Manlike's done a great job. He is an instinctive football player. He's obviously got great ball skills and just a little disappointed. He talks and brags about how much he can run.
Yeah, where's the pick 6?
Yeah, 6. That's what we want to do. Score. Got tackled. What's up with that?
Well, let's talk about the seniors, Coach. 19 seniors will make the walk. You guys obviously have to adjust your pregame kind of mentality to allow for that honor, which is special. I mean, parents are out there. I mean, this is a family deal, this program, and I know you guys do something special on Friday night. You let us in a little bit into what that is with the parents of the seniors.
Yeah, we do a senior video. Coach LaSalle does a great job, during the year collecting pictures from the parents, some baby pictures. So we have like a little slideshow with some of the pictures of them growing up. And I always talk about you probably remember this, bringing your boys to the bus for the first time.
Yep.
And dropping off at school, and they're walking into school and they're waving goodbye to their parents, and it always kind of it always hits me is that's what you're doing on that game day. It's the last time that they get to walk off that field. Their parents are there. They walk off the field from the introductions. So we kind of get together. It's just an emotional time. I think just looking back at like all the good times that you had growing up, and it's a new starting their life. I mean, it's their next step. They're going to move on to whether it's to the National Football League or to real life. It's the last time a lot of these guys will play football.
Well, and 14 of those 19, Coach, have been with the program for over 4 years, which I think is becoming less and less common in college football, including 3 6-year seniors. Now, is this the last year of the COVID year? Like, I have
no idea.
EJ, no, are we out of any more 6-year seniors?
EJ doesn't know either. EJ doesn't know.
I feel like
nobody knows.
We're getting towards the tail end of it, but 3 6-year seniors, obviously Daniel Carter, Brandon George, and certainly Jason Collier. Those guys have been with the program since 2019, which feels like 15 years ago.
It's a long time. I mean,
and a lot has happened.
A lot has happened through those years, and we know everything about these seniors. I mean, these guys that have been here, those 14 guys, and Donovan. I mean, there's just so much you know about them and their families and what they go through on a daily basis. What's their strengths, their weaknesses in life, and we develop these guys in all phases of their life. It doesn't matter.
Coach, obviously we don't talk much about last year, but a lot of these guys came back because they wanted to right the ship. They wanted to end their career on a positive note, and obviously that book's not written yet. That chapter's not over, but they're off to a really good start. What does that say about their collective character?
Yeah, it says a lot. The resilience that they had, they believed in what we were doing as a staff and as a program, and it tells you a lot. And we hope to tag 3 more wins onto that.
Yeah, well, it starts Saturday against Clemson. High noon kickoff at Acrisure Stadium, ESPN broadcast. The great Bill Hillgrove will be on the call for the Pitt Panthers radio network. Coach, it's not only these seniors, too. People don't realize what all goes into a program. You've got student athletic trainers. You've got student equipment managers. Cheerleaders, band, everybody that are honored on this day. And I think the journey that is college, right, sometimes it's 6 years, sometimes it's 4. But I don't think people quite understand what those students put into your program on a daily basis, particularly the trainers and equipment managers.
Yeah, I mean, they're so important. I can guarantee you that. Our managers, each coach has got a manager that they've been with. I've got a manager on game day, Zach. I mean, we all have our guys. They're like little brothers as well. I mean, they're guys that will do anything for you. Hey, I forgot my phone. Can you go get it? Run into the office, grab your phone, bring it back out. Whatever it may be, they're gophers. They do it all. They're great kids, and I stay in touch with those guys. I mean, there's guys all over the country that you've had managers with. My managers from Michigan State still stay in touch with. They're like more players in your program.
Noon game on the road. Larry, myself, Doran, PJ, we ride the early bus with the managers and trainers, and people they get over to the stadium. They're taping up shoulder pads with the double-sided tape. They're making sure that the helmets are right. They're doing the decals. They're getting everything ready.
They're in at 5 o'clock in the morning. For the kids that are coming in, jumping in the hot tubs, cold tubs, taped, a little therapy, whatever it is. I mean, they're in early because we meet at 7:30, so they're getting in at 5:30. Our players are getting in at 5:30 in the morning, and they're with those trainers down in that training room. If you walk down there at 5:30 in the morning, you're going to watch all the work that's being done that everybody else is sleeping when that's happening. These kids are not only working their tails off trying to keep their bodies healthy, but our trainers and PT guys, Chris Hanks and the gang do a great job, and our doctors.
Well, they'll all get their flowers on Saturday at Acrisure Stadium, and so will Donovan McMillan, our special guest tonight, our player guest. The Peters Township native will join us next on the Pitt Panthers radio network.
At Sarah's Candies, we make raising money for your group simple and sweet. With our chocolate bar and pretzel rod fundraisers, there are no minimums to get started, and you can earn up to 50% profit. Whether you're raising funds for a school, sports team, or even just yourself, we make it easy for groups of all sizes to succeed. Mention this ad when you order over the phone to earn 50% profit on your next order. Call 1-800-255-7771 to get started today.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Northwestern Mutual Pittsburgh today. Visit pittsburgh.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Welcome to the Eliza Hot Metal Bistro and Hotel Indigo Pittsburgh, University, Oakland, host of the Pat Narduzzi Show. At Eliza Hot Metal Bistro, our chefs are true craftsmen, infusing every bite with passion and precision. Elevate your special event to new heights with our rooftop terrace, with over 2,600 square feet of flexible event space. And when it's time to relax after being minutes from the action, our well-appointed guest rooms provide the perfect sanctuary. The Eliza Hot Metal Bistro and Hotel Indigo Pittsburgh, University, Oakland, where every detail, every moment matters.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Panthers.
Thanks to 850 community partners across an 11-county service area, Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is working to eliminate hunger and stabilize lives across the Three Rivers region. We're committed to making sure all our neighbors have consistent access to healthy food, and we're connecting people to other critical services to address the root causes of food insecurity. To get help, volunteer, or donate today, visit pittsburghfoodbank.org or call 412-460-3663.
You want a news source that delivers unrivaled football coverage? Then you want the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, because the Post-Gazette delivers football 24/7. High school, college, and the pros. Up to the minute, in-depth reports, scores and stats, matchups and highlights, breaking news, and breakout players. Exclusive coverage, online, in print, or on the go. So for football and all the news that impacts our region, the Post-Gazette delivers what matters most.
It's the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Big rush. He's hit as he throws it. That pass is going down the field, and a man is open. Tipped and intercepted. Pulled in off the tip by the Panthers. And with the football, it is McMillan, the safety. And what a play by Pitt on that play to take away a would-be touchdown, because that receiver looked open for a moment.
Welcome back to the Pat Narduzzi Show. We are joined by that man right now, Donovan McMillan, huge PBU. Late in the Virginia game.
Oh.
He might have had a step or two on you, Donovan, but you closed pretty quickly and made a terrific
finish
the play, got your hands in between. And what'd that feel like?
Oh, it was a crazy feeling. I saw him go past. I was
why'd he go past? You had bad eye control?
No, we were in cover 4. I was reading my front side wham, and I think they just had a good play design. But
Whoa. Come on, man.
Coach, this guy's got 77 tackles on to lead you guys.
He was going to get another one, but you have to cover the guy before you get
it's
a pass. You got to get one back.
PBU
in.
sounds like covered.
I'll take that PBU. That was a hell of a play.
Yeah, they don't ask how, they ask what, and you certainly got it done. 77 tackles on there. You've had double-digit tackles in 5 of 9 games. How's the body holding up? I mean, you're basically a linebacker in this defense, right?
Yeah, the body's holding up great. We're going to talk about wrestling. I wrestled, so this is not even bad on my body. Just going week in, week out, going through and tackling as many guys as I can. I'll go and tackle 200 guys if I have to. So.
You're wearing number 3. There was a good safety that played at Pitt before you that wore number 3. You transferred back to Pitt from the University of Florida. How much did watching him play and then watching this defense and what your role in it would be, how much did that attract you to coming home?
Yeah, it was definitely attractive. Now there was 2 threes I've watched. I watched Whitehead and
yeah,
DeMar.
You're right.
So DeMar getting like 286 tackles, a tackle record. That was amazing to see. And then just being able to go on my visit back like junior year and him taking me around, and it was really cool to look up to him. And he's actually played a good part of my college career, especially at Pitt. So
what's it going to be like for you running out of that tunnel? You see him every day, but seeing mom and dad and aunt and uncle out there and knowing it's your last home game, because you've obviously played in Pittsburgh most of your life, save for a couple years, and this will be your last game at home at Acrisure Stadium.
Yeah, I think my parents, my family are feeling a lot more than me right now. I feel like it's just like high school senior day. I feel like I didn't feel it until I was like walking, maybe. But the whole time I've only had one thought is just beating Clemson, and that's all I want to do, and that's all I'm excited to do is go play them, go play in a game that I've looked into my whole life, watching Clemson played back whenever you guys won 43-42. Like, that was such an amazing moment for the city, for everyone. So I want to be the next one to do it.
Well, Coach, you might have some opportunities this week to make some tackles because I think Clemson's going to run the ball.
Well, they're going to do a little bit of both. I would imagine they're going to be pretty balanced. They're going to want to throw it down the field for sure, and he'll have his opportunities to tackle a 230-pound back. But we got a 220-pound safety, so it's a good match.
220?
208. Wow.
220 sounds good.
I'm fluffing it up a little bit.
220 sounds. So what do you wrestle at in high school? 187?
82.
82.
I wrestled 32, 52, and 82 my freshman, sophomore, and junior year. So I just kept gaining weight.
So you grew up, you had 3 brothers in the house. Your dad's obviously a coach and accomplished.
Darius, Dane, and Davin. Yeah.
And all 3 wrestle?
All 3 wrestle.
So it was pretty physical in the house. Anything break at the McMillan house?
Yeah. There's only a few hospital calls, but
only a few hospital calls. So,
yeah.
But what about your wrestling background has translated into football? Because I always, I grew up. One of my guys that I played with in college was a wrestler who played D tackle. I always felt like those guys had great hand combat. But as a safety, do you think any of it translates?
Yeah, I think it translates physically and mentally. Starting off with the physical thing, like just how we were talking about, injuries and stuff. Like, I don't feel like I end up feeling that because, I've had such, I've been wrestling my whole life. So then getting slamming other people, like it's all part of it. And then from just the way I tackle and everything, I kind of shoot my hips. So I got a single leg, double leg that you probably see it 2-3 times a game. So that, and then on the mental aspect, just being able to, handle adverse like situations, and like when I'm tired, I'm really not tired because my mentality is just always just to go beat my opponent one-on-one every single snap, just like it is on the mat.
Well, the weight cut stuff and the mentality of a wrestler. Did you ever wrestle, Coach?
Yeah, I never wrestled, in the house, and I've taken on some wrestlers on the
like
mat.
Hulk Hogan style, or more like
no regular wrestling. They tried to get me at Ursuline. They tried to get me to go out, and I was
of course
busy
they did.
lifting. And I took on the heavyweight one day. It took about 10 seconds. He was on his back, and that was about it.
So you missed your calling.
No, I went right back to the weight room after that.
We had some great wrestlers. Scott McKillop was a middle linebacker at Pitt, Miles Carriage, and they actually wrestled in the locker room one day. And Miles was like a Greco-Roman runner-up in the country. And I always, those are the guys you just did not mess with because, you get into a little tussle, but next thing you know, you're folded up like a pretzel, and you got no idea what to do.
Right.
So I imagine guys probably steer away from Donovan when it comes to a tussle because he's got some advantages.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Clemson a little bit. What do you see from them offensively? Obviously, the big tailback, good up front, but what makes them tick offensively?
I think they're an overall well-coached team. They got obviously the big running back. He gives me a little bit of like a Derrick Henry type vibe. He runs tough, runs high. He uses his arms like stiff arming, and I don't see him as much as a perimeter back. So we got to force him to the perimeter to stop that. The quarterback, I think he's a gunslinger. He trusts his arm. But at the same time, he's trying to make plays with his feet. So we got to keep him contained and cover our guys as much as possible. And then I think they got a few good receivers as well. From number 10 and number 0 that they're going to try to get the ball through any certain different type of ways to keep drives going and keep running. So I think they're an explosive team, but can be stopped in different ways. So.
How much does a quarterback coach Klubnik factor into their run game?
They don't do a ton of quarterback runs, maybe 5 a game. I think they want to give it to Maffa and let him throw the ball. But he's gonna carry it. He'll take some zone reads. He'll have a couple quarterback counters. Most of them are they run what we call a toss counter where he fakes the toss to the right and then he'll fall two linemen the other way. So there'll be a little bit of that. But I would imagine based on how we play that it's probably going to be more of a toss.
I see a big tight end, Burning School, that's got 35 catches on the year, so we know Donovan will lock that down on the backside. So we'll have some more conversation with Donovan McMillan, senior from Peters Township. This guy's a social media. I know you don't probably follow it, but
I've heard though
he's got 70,000 followers on Instagram, which is about 3,000 times more than I have, and I actually am supposed to do that stuff for a living sometimes. So, Donovan, we'll talk about that. What your plans are post football? Have a little bit of fun talking about mom and dad and what they're expecting on Senior Day. Next on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Hey, Pitt fans.
Delta Airlines is proud to fly the Pittsburgh Panthers and their fans across the country and around the globe. Delta Airlines offers nonstop service to 6 destinations from Pittsburgh. Whether traveling for business or pleasure, you'll enjoy Delta Airlines' award-winning customer service as we support you through your travel journey. Pitt Athletics and Delta Airlines. Keep climbing.
As on the football field, financial planning requires a comprehensive playbook to win the wealth management game. JKS Financial understands that your needs are unique and will provide the game plan to win your financial goals. Their wealth advisors use proven strategies with a focus on retirement distribution and will coach you through your journey to financial stability and peace of mind for the future. Visit jksfinancial.com.
You want a news source that delivers unrivaled football coverage? Then you want the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, because the Post-Gazette delivers football 24/7. High school, college, and the pros. Up to the minute, in-depth reports, scores and stats, matchups and highlights, breaking news, and breakout players. Exclusive coverage, online, in print, or on the go. So for football and all the news that impacts our region, the Post-Gazette delivers what matters most.
Thanks to 850 community partners across an 11-county service area, Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is working to eliminate hunger and stabilize lives across the Three Rivers region. We're committed to making sure all our neighbors have consistent access to healthy food, and we're connecting people to other critical services to address the root causes of food insecurity. To get help, volunteer, or donate today, visit pittsburghfoodbank.org or call 412-460-3663.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Panthers.
Welcome to the Eliza Hot Metal Bistro and Hotel Indigo Pittsburgh, University, Oakland. Host of the Pat Narduzzi Show. At Eliza Hot Metal Bistro, our chefs are true craftsmen, infusing every bite with passion and precision. Elevate your special event to new heights with our rooftop terrace, with over 2,600 square feet of flexible event space. And when it's time to relax after being minutes from the action, our well-appointed guest rooms provide the perfect sanctuary. The Eliza Hot Metal Bistro and Hotel Indigo Pittsburgh, University, Oakland, where every detail, every moment matters.
Let's return to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
We are back at Hotel Indigo with head coach Pat Narduzzi and Donovan McMillan, senior safety from Peters Township, going to make the walk for senior day. I imagine a win over Clemson would kind of cap the home career pretty sweetly.
100%. There's nothing I want more. Yeah.
So let's talk about a little off-the-field stuff. These 70,000 followers. I mean, how much of a build has that been over time? Is it a concerted effort?
Yeah, it's definitely been throughout all college, but since I've been at Pitt, I've probably gained like 45, 50,000.
So that's a hometown hero thing, Coach.
Yeah.
I mean, those players out there that want to grow their followers, I mean, stay home, right? I mean, that's the
no doubt.
Yeah, funny story with that as well. I remember we've had like 2 after spring ball or after season meetings where he's talking about, it's not all about social media. I'm like, Coach, I'm good. I don't post all that much. I just post that video about the O-line and Kennywood, and it got like 31 million views.
That was your post?
Yeah.
With the Pittsburgh Plunge?
You weren't tweeting about yourself or Instagramming about yourself. That was the team.
The team.
That was a
it
good
was a team.
one.
Pittsburgh Plunge, 31 million?
31 million, and still counting. It was on Sports Center, House of Highlights. It was on literally everything. I still get hit up about it, like all these foreign countries want to post it as well.
So you see what these kids deal with these days?
Wow. They can't post it
without me saying yes and then asking for a tag, and I market myself as well, so I got to make sure everything's always moving.
See, he's a businessman. Wow. He's a businessman. He's a senior. He's a safety. It's a job. And you were at the forefront of name, image, and likeness, obviously, and you've really taken an effort to try to build a brand. And I mean, I think lost in the world of college football right now is telling your own story, and how important is that to you and what you try to do on social media?
Yeah, Yeah, the whole thing about social media is I just, go through it and show just who I am. And I think I'm just a genuinely good person who loves my family. I post videos of my family, about my teammates and everything. I really enjoy it. Now, obviously, during the season, I push it back a lot more. But during the off season, I have a lot of fun, making videos. Like PJ and I made a bunch of videos in the summer. So just being able to go through and show who I am is really important to me.
Yeah, more than just a football player on Saturday. You did a video with Coach during training camp.
Give me my money.
Yeah, did you know what that was?
Hell no.
So that was not scripted.
That was a prank.
That wasn't scripted like
did
Mr.
it for
Rogers.
Like 2 days. Oh, I forgot. I got to run out of training room, and then it'd be like, okay, hey coach, you want to get that done today? I'm like, okay, whatever.
I helped him up for it, so he
that was your idea.
Really excited about it, and then we finally did it right after one of the camp practices, and we got you, and it was so funny.
Yeah, he put his head down, put his head in his palms. It was
my guys did that to me.
Your safeties
really appreciate it.
Who were the 4 players? It was you and PJ. I know that.
Chief, one of them.
Chief
one
was
of them.
Who was the first one?
I can't even remember. But that
I just watched it earlier. I should know. It did blow up.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think it had 31 million, but
yeah.
So off the field, outside of social media, the one thing I know, you have some nice jewelry. The Don. Now, how often do you wear that piece?
Only special occasions.
Only special occasions.
You're
You're also incredibly well dressed, if I don't say so myself.
Thank you.
Is fashion a focus of yours?
Fashion's always been a big thing. I went back to whenever my mom would we go to right before the school year, we'd go to like Gabe's, and like my dad would get so mad because we used the card and spend like so much money on all these outfits, and then to my YouTube days where I'd like post about shoes and everything. So I've always been a little into fashion. So
Dad complained, huh? I'm gonna have to bust him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
At least it was Gabe's. Though. I mean, that's.
My mom would go like a few $100s off the attended, school price, and then my brothers would be like, "Why do I not get as many clothes?" And then they get the clothes, and then it just start going haywire.
So you're the middle brother, or you're the
oldest?
You're the oldest. So the hand-me-downs are a real thing in the McMillan household, or are they not quite up to your fashion level?
No, they love the hand-me-downs, and then it's crazy to look because like the youngest is wearing my clothes. I swear I only wore like 3-4 years ago because he's such a big kid, but it's the whole house just what I wore the past 10 years.
So your brothers get to watch you on senior day too.
Yes.
And how special is that to be able to play in front of them? I mean, I think you go away. Obviously, you went to Florida, had a successful career there, but came home. For them to be able to watch you on a weekly basis, it's got to mean a whole lot.
100%. There was no better feeling and no better thing than just coming home. I made the perfect decision. We talk about it's like you can't make the same mistake twice. So just being able to come back and play, here and being able to have I have to look for like 20 tickets for this game, by the way. So
it's getting a little bit late, Donovan.
But just being able to play in front of my family and brothers, and they can come weekly, and then just everyone else has just been such an amazing time and a moment. I'm so blessed that I got the opportunity to do it.
Coach Donovan's one of these guys that came back this year and obviously has led to this turnaround. I mean, how special is this group? I know it's been a tough couple of weeks, but in general, this 7-2 start to the season, it's got to feel different than obviously last year.
Yeah, I feel like we really came together through this offseason. I know Coach Stack killed us every day, and it really brought us together. And, we had like Flagstaff Hill and everything, and just I feel like there's just a real brotherhood right now, and that we built throughout the past 9-10 months. That it just we pulled some wins out, and I feel like that was just from us being so close.
Coach, what are your thoughts on Donovan's progress over the past year and a half since he came back to Pittsburgh?
It came the first spring, and he didn't. I think some people might forget he didn't start the first game.
Yeah, I remember.
In spring ball, he just kept getting better. He was learning the defense. It was all brand new to him. Obviously, that's part of the transfer portal. When you do transfer, you got to learn a whole new defense, a whole new way of doing things. And as you're sitting there talking, I'm thinking, and you're talking about tackles. I'm thinking about like, what if he did spend 4 years? Imagine him being in this defense for 4 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it would be
think
crazy.
about it. You think about like how many tackles you'd have, how many plays you'd make, and what but no, he's made major progress. He just keeps getting better. He's a guy that is going to get the guy down. Like there's not a better tackler on our football team. And again, he's making in-space tackling. He's always finding a way to maneuver to get on that tackle, whether it's a screen and you just weaseling through and making the tackle through 2 linemen. Yeah. I mean, you do that. Like it's like that's. He had a couple like that play on the reverse the other day. On the flipper. that was one heck of a play that he made from the other side of the field. So he flies around, he gets better, and he's smart.
Well, and he's got a ball coming his way. I think a pick this week, Donovan, might be in store for you.
There's no way to finish at home than get an interception and a win. That would be.
You got to join the party.
That would be amazing.
Pick six party.
Pick six party. I'm trying to be like Kyle and he.
What offensive position? You were running back in high school?
Receiver.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you've got some run after catch ability.
No, 100%.
Better than Kyle.
I said one thing about it. If I get that interception and I have room or I'm in the space, I'm not going down. I will get into that until I promise you.
I have to ask you a technical question here. The Sharks start with the linebackers, right? That's the.
Yeah. They're the hounds.
But you've got more tackles than all those guys. So are you technically a Shark, or are you a hound?
No. I'm always gonna be a hound. But I feel like the Sharks is a linebacker thing, but it's like our whole team thing too as well because, Sharks always hunting, and it's all around the stadium and everything now. So we're like shark hounds now. So
is that such thing as a shark hound? We had a guy here last week with a shark outfit on.
He actually had a shark.
He had a shark outfit on, sitting at the bar. Which
he got at Target.
I applaud him for doing that. We applaud you, Donovan, for joining us tonight, for coming back to Pitt, for bringing some great moments, and more to come starting on Saturday.
Thank you so much. Hail to Pitt.
There he goes, Donovan McMillan. We will get into Clemson, break down Pitt's defense versus Clemson's offense next with head coach Pat Narduzzi. You're listening to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
I'm with Rocco Florio of AirPro Heating and Cooling, a trusted HVAC company that carries quality Bryant products and serves the entire Pittsburgh area. Rocco, what's up on prices for furnaces and air conditioning equipment?
Larry, it's best for people to purchase now, as equipment prices are going up in the coming months. AirPro takes pride in our prices. We are lower than the competition and provide financing options and long warranties.
Call AirPro Heating and Cooling today at 800-749-0642. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hi, this is Bill Hillgrove. I'm here with Joe Stefka from NSS Life. Joe, it's commonly known that NSS Life has a wide range of insurance products and high-yielding annuities that are among the industry's best.
You're right, Bill. In fact, our $50,000 youth term plan is only $50 per year. Just call for details.
Protecting and providing for your family. That's NSS Life.
NSS Life, where family matters.
Man, do I love picking up my winnings from MacBid. Oh, yeah, I see you, TV guy. You too, drill man. I'll get you yet.
Making friends?
They just happen to be here for pickup when I am. You'll see, honey, I'm going to outbid those guys so bad.
Oh, I know you will.
And my biggest rival, Turntable Lady.
Yeah, thanks for picking that up. You put it in the trunk, right?
It's a MacBid auction-packed summer. I'm sleeping with the enemy.
Not with that attitude, you're not.
Now bidding.
At Mac.bid and on the free app.
Play in the field is under further review.
Making the right call requires speed and accuracy.
I've got your result right here, Mrs. Johnson.
Siemens Healthineers provides laboratories with fast and accurate test results when and where they're needed. From the world's largest hospital systems to care centers here in the Berg and across Western Pennsylvania, Siemens Healthineers helps labs tackle the toughest challenges.
Whether it's on the court, field, or pitch, the Panthers can handle anything thrown their way. It just goes to show that being adaptable and preparing a solid strategy pays off. That's why PNC is proud to support University of Pittsburgh athletics and their dedication to smart, tested tactics. Because just like any big game, when it comes to your finances, there's a lot on the line, and having a dependable team allows you to make the plays you need to reach your goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865, member FDIC.
Icy Light is the official beer of getting up early. It's the official beer of rallying the troops. The official beer of turning a 3-hour game into an all-day affair. The official beer of, did you just see that? The official beer of rising and cheering in unison for every season-defining moment. Icy Light, the official beer of your Pittsburgh Panthers. Let's raise another.
Back to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Back at Hotel Indigo, the Pat Narduzzi Show rolls on. Thank you to Donovan McMillan, all the seniors. Congratulations on their careers. Let's hope they cap it with a big home victory over the Tigers on Saturday. And we're going to break down the Tigers now typically it's me doing this scouting report, so we're going to turn the tables tonight since I'm taking over. Larry Richard is down somewhere downtown for a celebration of KDKA Radio's Marconi Awards, so we applaud them. But we're going to break down the Tigers, presented by PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. That's hard to say, brilliantly boring since 1865. Clemson's offense, Coach, I mean, you've obviously played them before. You played them in 2021 was the last time, so 3 seasons ago. But where does it start for this group offensively, in your opinion?
You know, it certainly starts with their offensive line. I think any great football team, starts with the guys up front. We tell our guys all the time, you got to win up front. But, we'll talk about the defensive line in a little bit. But the defensive line is nasty, and so is their offensive line. But their offensive line, Matt Luke is their new O-line coach. I think this is his second season. The old Ole Miss head coach. Yep. I mean, he's got a great, falling with his offensive line. He's done an outstanding job with offensive linemen. It's a different O-line than we faced in 21. They are tough, physical, and aggressive. They move well. They're athletic. They're really well coached. It's the best offensive line we faced all year, without a question. I mean, it's a fact. We have got to play really good to stop the run, but they're going to play action pass you and try to get behind you like they have through the years. The one interesting thing about Clemson is, we've gone back and watched 387 plays from the previous 4 opportunities. Mm-hmm. It's very similar. Even though their coordinator left, Tony Elliott, who was at Virginia last week. It's the same exact offense with Riley, their new offense coordinator. So, I mean, we're seeing the same concepts, the same formations, the same. So we've seen a lot of things through the years that we've got a good feel of what they like to do. Now you got to go stop them.
Yeah, you got to stop him, and you got to stop probably about 28 to 30 carries of Phil Maffa. I think the last 2 games he's averaged 28 carries a pop. So in college football and pro football, you see a lot of committee at running back. I think they know who they're going to give the ball to the majority of the time.
There's no question. He's not coming off the field. He's an every down back. He's 230 pounds. I'm interested to see what he looks like in person. Pregame, that's always an interesting thing to watch how he, but we're going to have to wrap him up, sweep tackle him, take his pins out and get after him. But he's really good. And then obviously Cade Klubnik is an outstanding quarterback. He's got a couple years on his belt. He's a lot better than he was a year ago. He's really come of his own here as of late, and he manages the offense. They've got 5 total turnovers on the season. I think they're plus 11 on the season, so they don't turn it over. He makes good decisions. If in doubt, he takes off run. He'll throw the ball away. He's an NFL quarterback that just does all those things and knows how important that ball is.
The narrative is it's a false narrative that Clemson's, quote, fallen off over the years. I mean, it's been pointed at the offense. Their defense has been terrific, but you look at them this year, they're averaging 37 points a game, 198 yards rushing a game, 274 yards passing a game. They got the second-ranked total offense in the ACC, 7th in the country. So this is an offense that's playing better than the past few years.
There's no question about it. I mean, you think about the quarterbacks, when we beat them down to 16, with Deshaun Watson, and then we had Trevor Lawrence. I mean, so through the years, they've had some great quarterbacks who've had to play. He's another one that's kind of fallen behind those guys, which we know the last guy in 21 was not like him. He's down at Florida State now, so it was a little different. So they're back. I mean, your offense goes as your quarterback does. And again, they struggled a little bit last year offensively because of, the new quarterback, but they trusted in him. They kept working with him, and he certainly had a great offseason. And I tell you what, they got some receivers to throw to, too. They got 2 freshmen that are really good. Number 1, T.J. Moore. Again, a true freshman. He actually was up on campus for a visit, so he's been to Pittsburgh before. And Bryant Wesco, number 12, are 2 really talented young guys that we're going to have to confuse them a little bit with some coverages. And then Antonio Williams, number 0, is their leading receiver, and he's outstanding as well.
And the tight end, number 9, is a part of what they do, 35 catches on the year. But I think if you look at the receivers they have, I mean, there's one of them next door, Mike Williams, who played for – remember he tracked Salim Brightwell down? I remember watching that play and thinking to myself, oh, Salim's gone. And then all of a sudden this just gazelle started flying down the sideline. He had a game-winning touchdown catch for the Steelers against Washington on Sunday. This guy Moore, Wesco, they look like –
yeah, I don't know if they're as tall. I mean, they don't look like they're as tall because, I haven't walked
Williams
by him.
Williams is 6'5".
Yeah, he's gigantic. And I mean, he caught some balls against us through the years because we've watched them all this week. That he just goes up and gets it. It's like it looks like he's playing 7'5".
Yep.
So he was an outstanding player. And so the receivers aren't quite that big, but they're fast.
So defensively, from a focus standpoint, it starts with stopping the run. What are some other keys to kind of slowing them down?
We got to mix it up. We got to get pressure. We got to keep the quarterback contained, and And, again, but the main thing it can't be two-dimensional. So we've got to stop the run at first, and then we've got to be able to hold up at the corner spot and the safety spot with some of their play action, some of their RPOs. They do a great job with RPOs.
When we come back, we'll flip the script, go Pitt's offense versus Clemson's defense. Back with more on the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Northwestern Mutual Pittsburgh today. Visit pittsburgh.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
At Sarah's Candies, we make raising money for your group simple and sweet. With our chocolate bar and pretzel rod fundraisers, there are no minimums to get started, and you can earn up to 50% profit. Whether you're raising funds for a school, sports team, or even just yourself, we make it easy for groups of all sizes to succeed. Mention this ad when you order over the phone to earn 50% profit on your next order. Call 1-800-255-7771 to get started today.
Hi, this is Bill Hillgrove. I'm here with Joe Stefka from NSS Life. Joe, it's commonly known that NSS Life has a wide range of insurance products and high-yielding annuities that are among the industry's best.
You're right, Bill. In fact, our $50,000 youth term plan is only $50 per year. Just call for details.
Protecting and providing for your family. That's NSS Life.
NSS Life, where family matters.
Hey Pitt fans, as the official credit union of the Pitt Panthers, Clearview Federal Credit Union is here to help you reach all your financial goals. Clearview wants to help you score big financially, whether you need to save, spend, borrow, or learn, they're here to help. Get easy access to your money from anywhere using their digital banking featuring Zelle, Clearview Live Video Banking, over 80,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, and financial centers throughout the Pittsburgh area. Visit clearviewfcu.org/Panthers to learn more and open an account today. Hail to Pitt.
Welcome to the Eliza Hot Metal Bistro and Hotel Indigo Pittsburgh, University Oakland. At Eliza Hot Metal Bistro, our chefs are true craftsmen, infusing every bite with passion and precision. Elevate your special event to new heights with our rooftop terrace, with over 2,600 square feet of flexible event space. And when it's time to relax after being minutes from the action, our well-appointed guest rooms provide the perfect sanctuary. The Eliza Hot Metal Bistro and Hotel Indigo Pittsburgh, University Oakland, where every detail, every moment matters.
Hey Pittsburgh, it's Cam Hayward. As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you have a clear shot, then bam! It's Cam. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. Get started protecting the life you are building today at GBU.org.
GBU Life is the marketing name for GBU Financial Life, Pittsburgh, PA. Life insurance underwritten by GBU. This is a paid endorsement. Coverage is subject to approval and may not be available in all states.
It's the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Pitt Clemson, number 20 Clemson at Acrisure Stadium Saturday at noon. We'll be live on the air at 9 o'clock a.m. for pregame show, 10 o'clock network, kickoff at noon. Bill Hillgrove, Doran Dickerson on the sideline with Larry Richert. Myself will be in the booth. Pitt offensively dealing with a very good Clemson defense. Different than 2021. Brett Venables now at Oklahoma. New defensive staff that's been there for a couple years now. It's been 3 seasons. Do you notice anything schematic differently than what they've been doing?
You know, they're very similar to what he was. Wes Goodman is the defense coordinator. He was there when Brett was there. He was a GA for him. He's a student coach, I think, at times. I think he's got a total of 9 years on that staff. So he's been around a long time, and he does an outstanding job. And it starts up front. Across the board, they're all 315 pounds.
Like
so
ends?
The ends are 315. That's yeah. So across the board, they're really big. They're really strong. They're really physical, and they're going to speed bull rush you and try to collapse a pocket.
When you look at them defensively, Barrett Carter is a really experienced linebacker. He played against Kenny Pickett in 2021. I think he played some safety, actually, that year. But it's a pretty veteran defense for the most part. But they're behind them, though, a lot of freshmen. And they're playing a lot of freshmen.
Yeah, they got a lot of young guys back there, but they're talented, and they're going to get up in your face and press you. We're going to see probably more press, this week than we've seen in weeks prior, because they're going to do what they do, I believe. So you're going to see a lot of man-free and a lot of different coverages back there.
So you expect them to do what they do, maybe not drop into the drop 8 and play.
No
you
question.
never know.
You never know. I'm sure we'll see some different stuff, but they're going to line up and press and play ball.
Who are some guys on that defensive side as you watch them on tape that flash to you?
Obviously, the Peter Woods stands out to you, number 11. He's a freshman All-American last season. He's big. He's physical. They're also going to give him some snaps in goal line offense as well, so be aware of that. So he's a goal line fullback as well, going back to the other side of the ball. But really all four of those guys up front are going to be high draft choices at some point in their careers, and they're really good. And the linebacker that really stands out to me is Wade Woodaz. He is spectacular. He's a kid that we recruited out of high school. He was a skinny little guy. He had a high school, and he's grown up like we thought he would, and he's a big athlete.
6'3", 235, Tampa, Florida native. Focusing on yourself, obviously, you guys, the last 3 games haven't gotten kick-started offensively. What are some themes as you guys watch tape that pop out that you have to eliminate in order to get going?
Yeah, well, the first thing is you got to get lined up, and we got to make sure we don't have any unforced errors. I mean, that really hurts you. I mean, you think about a 5-yard penalty. It's only 5 yards, but it's 1st and 15. And, it just puts you behind the sticks early before you even get the drive started. So we can't kill the drives at the beginning. And, again, we really haven't done that all year. Last week we had that issue. Very small. You probably couldn't see it from the naked eye watching the game, like, what was that? But when you go back and watch the videotape, one of our guards gets down too late in a split second. Receiver, twitches. I'm talking, very small movement, but they saw it and called it. Which we've had other teams do that against us, and it doesn't get called, but we got called for it.
Late in the season, big injury to Branson Taylor. He'll walk on senior day, obviously. Will not play the remainder of the season. Your left tackle is the most important part of your offensive line in the pass game, at least. And I don't think people underestimate having to shift up front, moving Ryan Baer to left tackle, how much of an impact and how much time that takes. He hasn't played a snap of left tackle all season.
Yeah, when you look at it, I feel like we really haven't been the same since Branson's been out. I mean, that tells you, those 5 guys working together, and remember, last year we rotated a lot of guys, out of need, but when Coach Darvo, our offensive line coach, got here, he's like, "Yeah, Coach, I hate to rotate guys," and I was like, "So do I. I don't, I never like to put a different linebacker in there or a different safety, but he didn't like to rotate guys, and you get those guys used to playing together, and all of a sudden you lose a couple of them. And now you're forced to, get that cohesion and everybody on the same page. And again, they don't have the experience of what Branson has, besides the experience, but the cohesion of that unit is so critical, and that's hurt us the last few weeks.
And how much will running the football hopefully help to ease them into the game? Is that something you want to see more from your offense?
No question about it. If we can't be one-dimensional, whether you're forced to be one-dimensional or you're, or you are just pure one-dimensional, you got to be able to, run the football a little bit, and it's not going to be easy against this front.
3:15 on the edge. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about it, wrap up the show next. You're listening to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
As on the football field, financial planning requires a comprehensive playbook to win the wealth management game. JKS Financial understands that your needs are unique and will provide the game plan to win your financial goals. Their wealth advisors use proven strategies with a focus on retirement distribution and will coach you through your journey to financial stability and peace of mind for the future. Visit jksfinancial.com.
Hey, Pitt fans! Delta Airlines is proud to fly the Pittsburgh Panthers and their fans across the country and around the globe. Delta Airlines offers nonstop service to 6 destinations from Pittsburgh. Whether traveling for business or pleasure, you'll enjoy Delta Airlines' award-winning customer service as we support you through your travel journey. Pitt Athletics and Delta Airlines. Keep climbing.
I'm with Rocco Florio of AirPro Heating and Cooling, a trusted HVAC company that carries quality Bryant products and serves the entire Pittsburgh area. Rocco, what's up on prices for furnaces and air conditioning equipment?
Larry, it's best for people to purchase now, as equipment prices are going up in the coming months. AirPro takes pride in our prices. We are lower than the competition and provide financing options and long warranties.
Call AirPro Heating and Cooling today at 800-749-0642. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Man, do I love picking up my winnings from MacBid. Oh, yeah, I see you, TV guy. You too, drill man. I'll get you yet.
Making friends?
They just happen to be here for pickup when I am. You'll see, honey, I'm gonna outbid those guys so bad.
Oh, I know you will.
And my biggest rival, Turntable Lady.
Yeah, thanks for picking that up. You put it in the trunk, right?
It's a MacBid auction-packed summer. I'm sleeping with the enemy.
Not with that attitude, you're not.
Now bidding.
At mac.bid and on the free app.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Panthers.
Icy Light is the official beer of getting up early. It's the official beer of rallying the troops. The official beer of turning a 3-hour game into an all-day affair. The official beer of, did you just see that? The official beer of rising and cheering in unison for every season-defining moment. Icy Light, the official beer of your Pittsburgh Panthers. Let's raise another.
Let's return to the Pat Narduzzi Show on the Pitt Panthers Radio Network.
Wrapping things up on the Pat Narduzzi Show. 3 shows left. We're about to knock one of them out. Senior Day at Acrisure Stadium on Saturday, 12 noon kickoff. Pitt, number 20, Clemson at Acrisure Stadium. Coach, I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. We don't honor the seniors from the Panther Pit. But if we could, we probably should. There's probably too many of them. I can't recall in my time at the university, 17 years, the student section being any better than it has been these last couple years.
No question about it. The last really 4 years, since 21, they have exploded. It makes that game day atmosphere. You look at that end zone. I think of them every time I think about which way do we want to kick, where do we want to go in the fourth quarter, do we want to be kicking into them? All the great plays that have been made in that end zone through the years is amazing.
It is amazing. So those seniors, if you're listening, tip your cap at some point during the game. You guys deserved being honored too. Huge opportunity for your team to close out the home schedule against the standard bearer in the ACC. Generally speaking, what's it going to take to notch that 8th victory of the season?
It's going to take us to have our best effort of the year. Period. It's going to take everybody. We got to find a way to get it done one way or another. That's our goal, is to get it done. And our guys are locked in. They're focused and ready to go.
How do you balance the emotions of Senior Day with the business at hand?
I think pregame it'll be some emotions, but I think once the kickoff goes, our kids are going to play hard for their parents and their families, and last time on there. And again, the rest of the team will play hard for those guys, knowing how important they are to this program.
Always means something to send your seniors out on top. Coach, best of luck this week.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Well, that's been the Pat Narduzzi Show. Special shout out to E.J. Borghetti, who gets all the propaganda, so we have the information. Mike Anarella, Dominic. We got Jen Toscano here. We got a packed studio audience here today. Allison Rubin, make sure this place is decorated well. We thank the Hotel Indigo for hosting this show each and every week. The real host will be back next week, Larry Richard, hosting the show. So I'll be back to my scouting report where I have to impress Coach on a weekly basis. But we appreciate you tuning in, or not. We appreciate you tuning in and hope to see you on Saturday at Acrisure Stadium. It's been the Pat Narduzzi Show. Have a great week and hail to Pitt.